My father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position.
I first met YELANN when she was very young. Even back then, she was extremely tough, and she kept her cards close to her chest.
The day the chasm was unsealed, I put in a request to be transferred here, so I could finally learn the truth of what happened back then.
Everything is chaotic here. If you stay here too long, this space may well devour you.
Does that mean even Xiao can't sense our presence here? Something seems to have been activated inside the Fantastic Compass.
I fear that this problem underground is bigger than we thought.
Just focus on taking care of yourselves. I'll figure out the rest.
Gotcha! Busted! Here comes the catch. Maybe I should make better use of my time. Our bond is strong! Stand with me! Lightning purified!
No, it's still alive. Why would you become like this?
That sounds like Xiao! Could he be in trouble?
No way! Was that who I think it was?
Something's not right. Something's wrong with this domain. Leave now! Get out of there!
Storyline baru, Aether sama
I lured you here to this underground space because I found your weakness. Die here with me.
Wih lah, cepet amat, baru juga mulai udah dikasih kode aja cuy. Kode-kode yang mau redeem, yang main silakan di redeem. Lagi ngomong sama siapa kok mati orang mikir mati mana tahu. Nah, bau-baunya Xiao bakar rerun cepet banget sih, rerunnya aneh banget gila. Sistem rerunnya si Genshin nih. Live game random belum bisa ya, laptop gue lagi rusak. Belum bisa main yang aneh-aneh dulu gua. Pengen sih, gue pengen main apa gitu, game-game lain. Karena laptop gue lagi bermasalah jadi yaudah. Nah, ini ngeganggu ya sampai gue hilang dulu. Bukan ini. Nah.
Ooh, how dramatic was that?
Yeah.
For real. Wow.
Yeah, no kidding. Xiao's voice sounded a little odd in the trailer, so I hope he's okay.
Yeah. And it looks like we also get to see some more of Lumine or Ether, depending on which twin you chose. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, we have so much stuff to introduce to everyone today.
I'm pretty sure that everyone's waiting to see all these new characters and what their new event wishes will be, so let's get started with that.
Yeah.
Kita lihat apa yang
In
Genshin
the early
sediakan
part
untuk
of version
kita.
2.7, our new
Xiao,
playable character
jidatnya
YELANN
itu
will be
Xiao.
appearing in her own event wish. At the same time, our old
Xiao
buddy Xiao
doang,
will
gembel.
also be returning for a rerun
Apa
in
Ito
his
lagi?
event wish. In the later part of version 2.7, Arataki Ito
That's me.
will be making a return alongside his deputy leader, Kuki Shinobu, in his own event wish.
Ah, Kuki Shinobu. She's a dreamboat. She can do anything.
Also, in terms of
YELAN.
weapons, travelers can expect to see an all-new weapon banner featuring the new 5-star bow, Aqua Simulacra. And that covers the new event wishes for version 2.7. Next, we have a quick trailer to give us a preview of the first of our new characters, YELANN.
Roll tape!
Kecil ya suaranya, nggak tahu kenapa ya. Kenapa suara saya kecil? Mohon dijelaskan ini. Oh, ini sudah berkurang. YELANN, 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 YELANN. bakal seru sih main dia. Sinjo. Kali nggak full coy.
Hello, traveler. Call me YELANN. I think you may need my help, and I just so happen to be interested in some information you have. In other words, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Whoa, you scratch my back, I scratch your. Oh my god, come. I scratch your back.
Cool. I like that dice move.
I really like how she turns invisible. It's like my favorite part.
Yeah, I love how swift her movements are. Like, ooh.
And that dash? Yeah,
Oh,
super cool.
Totally.
That's dope. And what a silky smooth voice.
Aw, shucks.
Mari kita
So
sambil
many of you may already
process.
recognize YELANN from when she
Jangan,
appeared in the
ambil
chasm.
reward aja.
Her archery skills are pretty impressive. So, Laura, would you mind lifting the veil on this mysterious character?
Of course.
Wah, dijelasin sama
YELANN
Yelannya
is the
langsung coy.
mysterious owner of the Yenshang tea house in Liyue.
Definitely not the first mysterious tea house owner we've met.
That's right. Would you look at that? Seems like running a tea house can be a pretty confrontational job in Teyvat.
Yeah, I guess so. Actually, though, being a tea house owner is not the only identity YELANN has. In fact, you could say that YELANN is a person with many different faces. She relies on her acting skills to naturally blend into any social setting, pull some strings to guide the course of events, and then, poof, disappear before anyone's noticed.
Gila, mantep juga.
Her activities have taken her across the other nations of Teyvat, and even to the Abyss.
All right, nice. So she also travels around Teyvat, like the traveler.
Wait, yeah, but maybe a little more dangerous looking than our traveler?
Hey, the traveler can be dangerous.
Well,
Sure then.
YELANN prefers the thrill of exploring dangerous places and living on the edge a little.
Interesting. If you ask me, YELANN is starting to sound more like a special agent type of character.
Well, sounds like
Special
you
agent
are
type of
following the
character.
clues, Zach. YELANN is actually a special intelligence officer that reports to Ningguang, and she serves as a reliable line of defense in protecting Liyue. Even those on the inside like Ganyu don't know the full extent of YELANN's duties.
So in other words, YELANN works under
Kapan sih ini
Ningguang?
keluarnya? Kok nggak ada info?
Kinda, but I wouldn't put it quite like that. To YELANN, her relationship with Ningguang isn't about rank, it's more about a collaboration. Ningguang arranges dangerous work, and YELANN brings her the resulting intel.
This sounds so secretive. I'm kind of curious about how these two started working together.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of her work, YELANN keeps tabs on any extraordinary individuals she comes across and puts them on a list. It wouldn't surprise me if we even found the Traveler on her list, and that she's been keeping a close eye on them.
Wait, are you serious?
Maybe. Maybe not. Anyway, as someone who works in special intelligence, YELANN is a master of disguise and an expert at seeing through people and understanding what they're thinking.
So, if you'd like to see how YELANN operates in tough scenarios and works to uncover the truth, then be sure to check out her story quest, Umbrabilis Orcus Chapter, dropping in version 2.7.
Sweet. Okay, so now that we've heard a little bit about YELANN's background, how about we talk about her combat capabilities?
Let's do it. YELANN wields a bow and manipulates a hydro vision, and in combat, she's a hydro DPS character that combines rapid attacks with agile mobility. She's an expert at weaving in and out of dangerous situations by swiftly moving across the battlefield and rejoining the fray with powerful attacks.
She's so agile. You know, she may move as gracefully as a flower
lagi
petal in the wind,
menikmati
but
live-nya sih,
do
nggak
not cross her.
menik-
She is a
nggak-
beast
nggak
with
ada
that
tujuan
bow.
buat live yang pengen viewers banyak.
After a short time out of combat, YELANN will enter a breakthrough state, which will cause her next charged aim shot to have decreased charge time. And once charged, she can fire a breakthrough barb that will deal AoE hydro damage. YELANN's speed becomes quickly apparent in her elemental skill, Lingering Lifeline. Tapping or holding the skill button allows her to move rapidly using her lifeline, marking opponents along her path. When her rapid move ends, the lifeline will explode, dealing hydro damage to marked targets. YELANN also has a fixed chance to reset her breakthrough state, based on the number of opponents marked.
Ooh, cool. So
Sakit
we better
berarti
try to mark a whole crowd of
Buat
enemies to
AOE
maximize
bagus.
the damage.
Gila seru
Her
sih.
elemental burst, depth, Clarion Dice, deals AoE hydro damage and creates wondrous dice which aid her in battle. The dice follow the character around and will initiate a coordinated attack when your active character uses a normal attack, and each time YELANN's Lifeline explodes and hits opponents. With YELANN's passive talent,
Ultinya
Adapt
itu
with
loh, lebih
Ease,
ngebut dari
the
Shinjo
active
kayaknya
character's
deh.
damage increases over time while the dice are active.
I'm telling you, do not mess with her. She sounds gnarly. Sounds like she could also fill a solid support role, too.
Totally.
Absolutely, yeah. YELANN also has another passive talent called Turn Control, which causes YELANN's max HP to be increased based on the number of elemental types that are present in the party. And finally, because of YELANN's understanding of the Liyue region, she gains increased rewards when dispatched on a Liyue expedition for 20 hours.
Ah, that makes sense.
Of course, even after sharing all this information, YELANN still has a lot of secrets. Travelers will have to spend more time with YELANN on their journey to learn more about her. She'll also be making an appearance in the new Archon Quest Interlude chapter coming in version 2.7. We'll have more details on that shortly, so don't miss it.
Nice. And now, I think it's about time we introduce our second new character, Kuki Shinobu.
Halo, Bang.
Oh,
Halo,
she's the
Lisha.
pride
Apa
and joy of
kabar?
the
Sehat-sehat
Arataki
ya?
gang. Second to
Thank you udah
Ito,
join.
of course. So let's see her in action.
YELANN, saya harus pull YELANN. Suara gue kecilan gak guys? Gak tahu kenapa nih tiba-tiba suaranya kecil ya. Wah, Kuki Shinobu ya. Kuki Shinobu. Katanya 4-star-nya GG nih, si Kuki. Tapi saya udah kebanyakan elektro cuy. Elektro semua bisa mampus aja. Buat off-field kayak bagus ya si Kuki ini. Gila.
Just let me know if you ever find yourself in a pinch. I can help you out.
Oh, that's a spicy trailer.
So cool. Yeah. I love the way she looks, like her color scheme, and of course the green hair, and the mask. Like, she looks super capable.
Me too. Yeah, no, I love her design. I love that like,
Desainnya
lightning
bagus sih.
flowing around her and the
ninja-ninja
swords,
gitu ya.
the way
Kayak
they
dia
go up in the air
perkumpulan sama si
and
Sayu
go
deh,
down.
perkumpulannya si
Well, you
Sayu.
guys can see why she'd be an obvious addition to the
Game Wibu ya,
Arataki
Bang.
gang.
Yoi.
She's just that good.
Game
All right,
Wibu.
leave the
OPM
introduction
juga
to me,
Game
will
Wibu
you?
kan?
Only after getting to know Shinobu can you really begin to fathom how important
anime
she is
semua.
to the entire Arataki gang. Kuki Shinobu knows how to do almost anything
Bang, mau
and is
jadi
constantly
moderator. Nanti
rescuing the
moderator
boss,
gua pilihin
aka
sendiri
Ito,
nanti ya.
and fellow gang members from dangerous situations. With her help, the little wandering
Nanti
gang of
bakal gua
misfits in
pilih-pilih lagi
Hanamizaka
moderator.
has become a skilled crew.
Nanti
capable
pas
of
tunggu
taking
rame
on
ini
any
karena gue live
kind of
Genshin
commission.
Impact jadi kurang rame.
Oh, I think
Nanti
I
pas
see who's
gua live
really
OPM,
running things in the gang.
Baru deh.
So the real
Aku cuma main
question
Destiny
here is
Girl, Bang.
why would
Oh,
someone
main
as
Destiny
competent
Girl.
as
Destiny Girl juga game
Shinobu
Wibu
ever
dong.
choose to
Gue
join
pengen
the
coba sih itu
Arataki
Destiny
gang?
Girl enak bagus nggak
Well,
gamenya?
what are you trying to say, Zach?
Oh, you
Pengen
know
nyoba
what I'm
main
trying to
Destiny
say.
Girl katanya
No,
lagi.
I'm not exactly sure, but
lagi
you know, let's
lagi
move on.
nge-booming kan.
Anyway, we need to track the
Banyak
start of
waifunya ya
Shinobu's
katanya.
story back to her family. Turns out that her family has traditionally served as
Udah
shrine
memang
maidens
ada
to
satu.
Narukami for who
Nanti
knows how
bakal
long.
gue pilih
So
lagi sih.
you're saying she went
Moderator.
from a strict family of shrine maidens
Aku
to
juga baru
joining
main
the
bang.
Arataki
Oh,
gang?
baru main. Ya
Yeah,
ntar deh gue coba
is that
deh
so
main Destiny
surprising?
Girl. Kalau
That's a
misalkan
pretty
bagus,
big
gue jadiin
180.
konten aja
Well,
kali
it
ya.
just goes to show how much she's changed. When she was younger,
Gua butuh game
Shinobu
lain
was sent
juga
as an
kayaknya.
understudy
Di
to the
samping
Grand
OPM.
Narukami Shrine. But after a certain incident, she started to doubt whether she was really suited for the strict life of a shrine maiden.
Moderatornya
So
nggak guna ya,
Shinobu
Bang.
decided
Guna
to
lah.
leave the
Ya
path of
kali
her
nggak
family
guna.
behind and search for a path of her own. Out of curiosity and personal interest, she took the initiative to learn a variety of crafts and skills, and it wasn't long before she obtained many
nggak main,
certificates.
Bang.
So
Sempet
many, in
download,
fact,
cuman
that
belum
she
dimainin.
can't even
Nggak
fit
ada
all her
waktu mau maininnya.
qualifications on a business
Jadi mainnya
card. For
Genshin
example,
Impact doang.
Shinobu even went to study law in Liyue, which is when she met Yenfei.
So they know each other.
Gua
Yenfei
tahu
has
sama
some pretty
Yenfei.
random acquaintances.
Yeah, but Shinobu's had the chance to meet many people along the course of her studies, but because she wanted a free work environment, she's rejected countless work opportunities. She even passed on an opportunity from Kujo Tengu to work in the Tenryou Commission.
Wait, they know each other too?
Gila, mind blowing.
And guess who she chose to be with?
Tenryu.
You can guess.
Tenryu Commission.
Ningguang?
It's the Arataki gang!
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
For-
that.
For some reason.
Arataki
Guys,
King
I'm
ya,
so
blown
excited.
banget.
It's great.
Okay, moving
No
on.
one knows why.
Moving on.
Kena
All right, if
sensor
you're
KPI,
interested in
ya
learning more
ilah.
about Kuki Shinobu and the
KPI.
Arataki gang, and I know you are, then be sure to
KPI
check
kalau
out
perutnya
Shinobu's
Kuki
very own
di-
hangout
kalau
event in version
perutnya Shinobu
2.7.
di
Not
sensor
only
mah.
will you get to see a day in the life of the
Gua
Arataki
tuntut
gang, how
KPI.
exciting is that? But you'll
Masa gitu
also
dong
get to learn a
disensor.
lot more about Shinobu's past. And that's
Sekarang
about all
aja
I can
film
say for
Indonesia
now.
banyak yang
Travelers will have to
cium-ciuman
check
kok.
out the event to learn more.
Perut doang disensor.
Okay, we've covered her backstory. Now let's see the Arataki gang's deputy leader kicking some butt in battle.
Woo.
Kuki Shinobu is a support character who wields a sword and uses her electrovision to both heal teammates and
bisa
deal
nge-heal
continuous
gila,
damage
electro-heal.
from off the battlefield. She can do it all. Her unique skills allow her to sacrifice her own HP in combat in order to heal other party members.
Aw,
It's valiant.
that's so sweet of her.
It's selfless.
Nice.
It's generous. When she uses her elemental skill, Sanctifying Ring, she sacrifices a certain portion of her HP to create a grass ring of sanctification that'll heal friendly characters within it and deal continuous electro damage to surrounding opponents.
Wah,
After
support,
unlocking the
coy.
passive talent Heart's Repose,
Support
her
si
elemental
Shinobu
skills
ini.
healing and damage will be
Support,
boosted
support,
based on
support.
Shinobu's
Another
elemental
support.
mastery. With another passive talent,
Gila,
Breaking
elektro
Free,
support sama
when
kayak
Shinobu's
Kujo
HP is
maksudnya.
low, her healing bonus is increased.
So, travelers will need to monitor her HP when using her skill. You don't want it to be too low, but at the same time, lower is also better.
Definitely, yes. Shinobu's elemental burst, Gyoe Naru Kamikari Yama Right, creates a special field in front of her that deals continuous electro damage to opponents within it. And it goes without saying that Shinobu is amazing at carrying out expeditions. With the passive talent Protracted Prayers, she gains increased rewards when dispatched on an Inazuma expedition for 20 hours. So she knows how to bring home
Yoimiya.
the bacon.
Tasty.
It
Main
is.
Genshin juga,
It's
tau gak
very
sih?
tasty.
Kok bisa
Let me tell
tahu
you, man,
bisa
Ito
tahu
sure is lucky
karakter-karakternya.
to have such a
Api
capable
panah.
deputy leader.
Si Yoimiya,
But
iya.
the feeling
Mirip
is
sih
mutual,
rambutnya.
and Shinobu feels the members of the gang are also
Perhatiin aja
super
lagi.
important to her. They are her true family members, regardless of her rebellious nature. Although Shinobu has to bail them out of trouble over and over again, the gang is the only place she feels truly free and at peace.
I think it's great that they found each other.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I hope everyone is feeling pretty excited for these new
Temanku,
characters.
Bang, aku nggak
Oh
kenal
boy, we
nama.
covered a
Oh.
lot there.
Yeah, definitely a
Tapi
lot.
bener sih, mirip
So, I think it's about time we roll out our next redemption code.
Redemption code! Roll out the redemption code!
Kode, yuk yang mau kode silakan kakak, kodenya dapat primo gem kakak buat gacha. Kode yang mau tuh silakan. Ini gue lagi sambil main OPM nih. Nge-live gabut doang, nge-live iseng. Gak ada tujuan mau nge-live tadi. Aku mau DM video aku, boleh nggak DM aja, kenapa emang? Cuman jangan nge-spam ya. Kalau nge-spam dia masuk ke ini nanti, masuk ke bagian apa tuh namanya, request apa tuh. OPM sulit ya bang? Enggak sih, kalau niat main mah gampang dipelajarin. Cuman kalau awal-awal pasti bingung. Cuman seru gamenya kalau misalkan ngikutin animenya atau emang suka game RPG. Bukan RPG sih, turn based.
All right, welcome back, everyone.
We're back!
Yes! Next, we will be diving into some of the new events players can expect to see coming their way in version 2.7. Our first event not only includes our new Archon Quest Interlude chapter, but will also contain a new challenge game mode. The event's called Perilous Trail.
Apa hubungannya
The
coach?
Archon Quest will be featuring a very unique cast of characters as Yenfei, YELAN, Ito, and Shinobu team up with the Traveler when they become stranded deep in the chasm. And it's not long before we also discover that Xiao is also conducting an
Gila, ada
investigation
Xiao
of his
juga dong.
own in the chasm.
Investigation, you say? because there's a lot of history and secrets buried within the chasm, including the story of how the people of Liyue fought off monsters 500 years ago. YELANN has been monitoring this place for quite some time, trying to find out the truth of what happened back then. It turns out that this piece of history is also related to her origins.
The mystery. Yeah, the group will also find themselves facing a crisis in the chasm and will have to survive together in what will definitely be a thrilling experience.
So from what's been revealed in the previous version, we know that there is a deep connection between the Yakshas and what happened in the chasm. It even seems that our vigilant Yaksha Xiao has some obsession with the area. It'll be interesting to see why he's in the chasm and what he's looking for down there. Travelers will have to follow Xiao's steps to learn more about the history that has been sealed there.
As travelers play through the Archon quest, the combat challenge Realms of Guile and War will also gradually become available. Travelers will need to constantly defeat enemies within a challenge domain. Completing 3 challenges will be counted as a round. The first 3 domains will consist of 3 rounds, and the last domain will have 6 rounds. What's unique about this event is that after each round, you have to rearrange your party according to the domain's rules.
For example, in the Direcliff Court domain, only one member of the current party can be selected to continue on, while everyone else will enter recuperation mode and will be unable to fight. In another domain, Kaleidoscope Cage, 2 characters will be selected at random and will be unable to continue the fight.
Interesting. So it looks like travelers will need to be prepared to face a variety of scenarios.
Yeah, but I'm sure our travelers will come up with some teams and strategies to handle the challenges. Still, it sounds like they're gonna need to use a lot of characters. I don't know if everyone's leveled up quite so many.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I know I gotta level up a lot of my characters. So it's important we mention that each of the domains will also have multiple trial characters prepared for travelers to use. And additionally, travelers may select and equip 3 stratagems per combat round that will provide buffs in battle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Travelers may consume stratagem shards they've collected in battle to redraw stratagems, or select a previously equipped stratagem for continued use. Stratagem shards may even be used to redeploy downed characters. With the help of all of these supporting mechanics, travelers can confidently try the challenges with different combinations of characters.
Yeah, and in addition to exchangeable rewards in the event shop, everyone should remember to also collect rewards from the challenge quests on the event page. The rewards will include an event-exclusive 4-star bow called Fading Twilight.
Ooh, fancy.
Sounds cool.
So you guys have got to check out this event.
Oh, I definitely will. All right, our next event is called A Muddy Bazaar Adventure. This one also takes place down in the chasm.
Darn mysterious chasm.
So mysterious. For reasons unknown, some dark, mud-like substance has come pouring out of the caverns and mines of the chasm, and once again, the Sumeru scholar Hosseini has appeared to help us resolve the crisis. In this event, we will have to deal with constantly oozing dark mud, as well as monsters that have been strengthened by its effects.
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah. With the help of Persina Spike, we'll need to clear the mud, weaken and defeat monsters, and let the spike purify the surrounding area while energizing itself. Attacks from monsters will disable the spike, so travelers must be sure to protect it. Also, when the spike is operating normally, using blooming light with a lumenstone adjuvant of a certain level will clear out nearby oozing concretions, granting the spike additional energy and speeding up the charging process.
Oh, heck yeah.
Nice. As the event progresses through different phases, uses for the spike will also change. For example, the spike could release shockwaves at intervals that attack opponents and dispel the buffs that those opponents possess. Also, the challenge objectives will change throughout the event. In some challenges, travelers may have to defeat the enemies in a limited amount of time, while in others, travelers will have to escort a hot air balloon to its destination while clearing out dark mud along the way. In the last phase of the event, travelers will have to clear dark mud and defeat monsters to reach a high score. In this challenge, powerful opponents will appear and travelers may defeat them to earn more points.
Travelers will need to be careful of the dark mud as it drains HP and affects our ability to move. So be sure to stay safe and make quick work of any enemies you encounter.
Keep yourself alive! Yeah, I'm up! So, you guys remember how I said that Shinobu studied law in Liyue before? Well, to celebrate her graduation, we're holding a special event. The almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum Along Festival, which, in case you didn't catch that, is going to be another rhythm game event.
Yes, rhythm game, rhythm game.
Rhythm game, rhythm game. Yep, and we're going to be shaking things up a little from the previous music games. This time, travelers will be receiving a drum, so the game will be changing to a playstyle that is a little more suitable for a percussive feel.
It'll probably be best if we just show the travelers how it works. So let's take a look at how to play.
Ini apa mic gua rada error juga ini, kenapa nggak tahu kenapa kayak kecil gitu sekarang loh.
Alright, here we go.
Nanti gua fix dulu dah ya.
Yes, pro mode. That's the only kind of rhythm game I want to play. Let's go, drum in hand.
Alright, it's like one of the semicircle style ones.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Okay, so you gotta use two hands.
Alright. Oh. Wah, gila,
Some people
susah
do
nih.
them one-handed,
Boleh
but I
nih.
can't imagine doing that personally.
Yeah, it's
Lebih susah dari yang sebelumnya,
Seeing a lot of
kocak.
single notes.
Yep, we
got
got
the
we got the
holds.
taps and we got the holds.
Ini suara gua
Taps
mendingan
and
nggak?
holds.
And then we have the double notes too. You have to hold them down at the same time.
Nice,
Wah,
multitasking.
gila, mantep sih ini. Ini kayak Osu, coy. Kayak
I'm really
Osu
loving
ini,
this.
gila. Apaan sih malah nge-beatbox gak jelas. Oh iya kan si Arataki itu emang bisa nge-beatbox ya, pinter nyari caster yang bisa beatbox juga.
I know, right?
That's what all the kids say.
Poppin'.
Yang bule bang, itu siapa?
Oh,
Aduh gak tau
copy
gua
cadence.
maksudnya apa, ntar
Oh,
gue
they
cek
missed
dulu deh
one.
TikTok.
No.
Ini baru besar bang suaranya, iya ini gue deketin, tadi gue ngomongnya agak jauh.
Lots of double notes.
Gila, ini gimana kalau yang kagak bisa main beginian gimana coba? Pengen main Genshin tapi takut HP meledak. Jangan dicoba dah, sayangi HP-mu anak muda. Ini gue juga lagi main OPM guys. Tuh. Lagi main OPM cuy. Lagi nontonin iklan biar nanti
How fun is that?
buru-buru.
Oh man, that looks so fun to play. Well, considering that travelers might be playing the rhythm game on a variety of different devices, the designers have so kindly implemented a lag calibration function.
Hikigaya, oh si
This
Hikigaya.
means travelers can
Gua waktu
calibrate
itu
the
ingat tuh
device by
ngebales komen lu
tapping
ya.
the screen when they hear the accented and can adjust the decision line until it roughly coincides with the note position they entered. By making these little adjustments, travelers can improve the gameplay experience for each
Aku lihat
of their
di chat
individual
abang
devices
ditanya
and
make
playing
up.
habits.
Oh
Also, we'll be
itu,
able to
ya
adjust the
tahu
note
tahu tahu
falling
tahu.
speed as
Iya
well
iya
as
iya
the
iya.
volume of the button sound when pressed. Additionally, more detail was given to how the
Bang,
system
aku nggak ngerti
determines whether
Inggris.
each note is
Belajar
counted
dong.
as successfully hit or missed.
Bahasa
In
Inggris
this
tuh
music
penting
game,
guys,
travelers
penting
will
banget
have access to
buat
all
kerjaan,
three
buat
difficulties
apa
from
tuh
the
penting
very
banget. Jadi
beginning.
kalau ada kesempatan
So,
buat belajar
travelers
bahasa
who are
Inggris
more
dipelajarin.
confident in their drumming skills, such as myself, can clear the higher difficulties and still be able to collect the corresponding rewards for
Gue
completing
berani
the lower
jamin itu bakal
difficulties as
kepake
well.
banget bahasa Inggris soalnya
And
bahasa
just wait,
internasional
I
ya.
haven't even gotten to the coolest feature yet.
Oh.
As tunes are unlocked, a note editor mode will also be unlocked.
Oh, cool. Create your own.
Alright, that is pretty cool.
Oh bisa bikin
Travelers
beat
can
sendiri
quickly
dong.
edit the note positions in
Niat
these tunes to
amat,
create
ngapain
their
gue
own
buang
beat
waktu gue
maps
bikin
of the
beat di
game's
sini,
musical
nggak
scores,
jelas.
which can then be shared with other people.
Nice.
Of course, in order to share your tunes with others,
Terlalu
you
gabut
will
gue
first
bikin
be
beat di
required to
situ.
play the song and reach a specific rank to generate the share code.
And finally, travelers will also find some special gifts and messages left by some
buat
familiar
bilang,
friends
"Hai,
at the festival.
astaga,
So don't
sesat
forget to
temen
check
lu."
those out.
Oh, I will.
Temen lu
Oh,
sesat
I know
berarti.
you will.
Alright, and last but not
Turun, lu
least,
turun
we
cek.
have another interesting event. The aim of the event? Create a
Apa kabar,
robot.
Long,
Nobody
long
saw
see
that
long
one
time.
coming.
Long,
That's right, travelers
long,
will receive a
long time
material
no,
collector
no
from
see
a
long
toy
time.
merchant from Fontaine. There are a total of 3 processes you must complete.
Nggak
Number
nanya,
1,
Alicia.
source material collection.
Gila,
Number
sepek, jangan
2,
gitu dong.
elemental charge. And number 3, core activation. Completing these processes will produce a robotic furnishing that can be placed in the
Lapar gua,
Serenity
gila.
The
Abis ini
robots
makan
can
dah.
have a variety of possible model types and animations. which will be determined by what you do during the 3 processes we just mentioned. There's even a chance to produce a
saya
special
suka keributan.
furnishing that can perform all 3
Apakah ini drama, guys?
Oh, nice. During the
Jadi
event,
bulan depan
travelers
saya
will be able to
bahagia.
claim a
Wah,
total
saya
of
mah
4
terima apa
robots for
aja.
test model vouchers.
Mau bulan
If,
depan,
say, you
mau
were
2
unable to
bulan
produce the
lagi,
model you
black
wanted,
ticket saya
you can
ready,
use the
coy.
trade function to send
Jadi
requests and
aman-aman
obtain
aja
the
ya,
product model
sejahtera.
that you need.
So, who's excited to make some robots?
Bang, aku mau sama abang, boleh nggak? Maksudnya
Yeah, I
apaan tuh?
can't wait to see what everyone makes in this event. And that's it for the new events in version 2.7. Next, we have some important system updates and optimizations coming to the game. First, to help travelers on their adventures, the system designers have added challenge feature tips to the beginning
Alah,
of high-level
nggak
material domains.
butuh tips-tips
These will include
sopo.
some suggestions on how to
Darius
quickly defeat
siapa,
the
Bang?
monsters
Itu
in
One
the
Punch
domain,
Man.
which
Coba
might
aja
help
mainin
travelers
game-nya.
find the optimum
tau.
team or strategy to efficiently clear it. Next, the system designers will be providing some detailed tips to help players
Mau
train
deket sama abang
and
ya,
strengthen
dekat
their
sebagai
characters.
teman nggak masalah.
When players open the character talents menu, they can use the newly added talent reference button to see talent priority recommendations based on the actual data of other active players. And by pressing the attribute reference button in the
Bercanda bang,
character
jangan serius.
artifacts
Iya,
menu,
ilah.
players can
Gua
see
tuh
the main
manusia
attribute
paling
usage
bercanda
statistics for
di
each
dunia,
artifact
cuy.
slot.
Nggak ada hal
The
yang gua
system
anggap
designers
serius.
wish to give everyone more
Sampai
intuitive
orang
data
serius
to
pun bingung
reference
mau ngomong sama
while
gua
choosing how
gimana.
to strengthen each of your characters.
Ooh, cool.
So, yeah.
That'll make it easier.
The talent reference button
HP aku
looks
kentang, Bang.
super
OPM nggak perlu
convenient.
HP
Like, it seems like it would be
nggak
really
perlu
helpful
HP
if you're
kok,
kind of
HP
on the
biasa
fence
aja.
and you don't know what you want to pick.
HP
You can
biasa
see
juga
what everybody
bisa.
else has like done in the past.
Oh, totally. Anyways, we also have another update regarding the game's music. During version 2.7, we will be releasing a new OST album, Millilith Swatch.
Nggak penting banget,
which
gila.
includes
Apaan
all
sih?
the
Masa
music
infonya cuma
composed
begitu
by the
doang? Nggak
player
asik
mix
banget.
team for the new Chasm area.
Berarti sama
Ooh, sounds cool. My favorite part of any game is the
Bang.
soundtrack. So I'm looking
Nggak
forward to
gitu,
hearing that.
kocak.
Okay, next we have a new
Tapi bener juga sih, Le. Dari
collaboration to
kata-kata
announce
gue,
to
ya
everyone.
berarti gitu juga.
Genshin
Enggak sih,
Impact
kayak
will be
gitu.
teaming up with the Funko brand to release a series of
Apple
Genshin
iPhone 12
Impact
kuat, Bang.
Funko
Kuat lah.
Pops.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Bo, gila.
The first wave will
Ada
feature
coy Funko
figurines
Popnya.
of
Wah,
Paimon,
mau gua.
Ether, the one I voice.
Wah,
and
gila.
Lumi. These will be released as
Mau
Funko Pop
gua.
Asia bobblehead figures.
Lucu banget,
Travelers
coy.
who are interested can head to the official
Alah, buffering dong.
Funko website to be notified when the figures are released.
Sorry guys ya kalau live
Although
stream
you
yang
have to wait
nge-lag ya.
for the figures, you won't have to wait for the next redemption code.
Yay!
Ya gila, apaan nih? Aduh, masa nge-lag sih? Jangan nge-lag dulu dong, jangan nge-lag dulu dong. Internet bapuk itu nyata kah? Wah, internet gua merah tuh guys nih. Kalian bisa lihat ya di sini ya, merah coy. Kalau merah berarti jelek. Kalau hijau berarti bagus. Funko Pop mahal ya, Pak? Standar sih menurut gua. Biasa-biasa aja. Bisa bang, cuma agak patah ya, lagi nggak bener ini internetnya. Habis hujan soalnya, nggak tahu kenapa ya kalau habis hujan atau apa tuh. Aku buta warna bang, iya kah? Lu beneran atau bercanda nih? Soalnya lu kalau ngomong serius, gue nganggapnya bercanda.
Wow, are we seriously
Ntar
at the end
dipikirnya
already?
dark jokes.
For real? That flew by.
Yeah, but we actually covered a lot of content
we
today.
definitely. You know, we did cover a lot, didn't we? And as usual, I gotta ask you guys, how did you like being on the special program?
Super fun.
It was great. I love my little chibi.
And I'm super excited to have gotten to give YELANN a formal introduction, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
And I'm really excited for people to meet Kuki.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so many things coming.
Like the rhythm game.
The rhythm game.
Rhythm game.
Yes, and building a robot. I'm excited for the storyline as well. To
Di sini
see,
nggak hujan
you
bang.
know, more of
Oh,
what
di
is
sini habis
happening
hujan soalnya
down
habis
there
hujan
in the
deras banget.
chasm. There's a lot
Serius
going
bang?
on
Oh,
now.
terus gimana? Yang lo kalau ngeliat warna apa yang lo lihat abu-abu gitu semua?
Special program.
Ini
Thanks
gue
for
nggak
watching,
menghina nggak apa ya,
everybody,
penasaran
and
aja,
we'll see
beneran
y'all next
penasaran.
time.
Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Udah habis coy, gitu doang. Elah habis coy, begitu doang. Kamu butuh sama cewek sama aku aja lah. Bisa gitu. Ya udah, gue udahan dulu guys ya. Gue cuman pengen nonton ini doang sih. Tapi aku cowok bang, nggak apa-apa. Aku suka cowok. Ih, amit-amit banget. Suka cowok, najis. Oke lah, gue udahan dulu guys ya. Thank you banget buat kalian udah nonton. Subrek OPM bang, bocah Outlast. Nanti aja ya next stream ya. Gue lagi nggak pengen stream OPM. Next gue stream OPM deh. Nanti gue info di Discord atau di community YouTube gue. Bye bye.